Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how I prep, clean, and prepare flank steak. Today is going to be an Asian inspired flank steak prep, so I hope you enjoy it. So after taking the meat out of the container, I go ahead and start slicing and cutting it up. Now, if you want a more detailed explanation of how I do this, I do have a video just going slower through these steps on my YouTube channel. But I slice it up just enough to have a couple of prepped Ziploc bags for future meals. Now you can cut up the meat however you'd like. I just did strips and then I cut this piece down the middle. And I also ended up doing the same exact thing on the other large piece of flank steak. So now that you have your meat cut up, we're gonna go ahead and get the cleaning process started. I like to use lemons or lime when I am cleaning the meat or nettoying the meat, as we saying in my language. And you can cut the limes up into halves and then cut it in halves again, or you can keep it as is. I squeeze the juice all inside of the container that's holding the meat to ensure that everything gets saturated. As you know, acid softens meat. Is one of those great ingredients just to help tenderize the meat. So I made sure that everything was evenly coated. Another acid I love to use is vinegar. So I put about a half a cup of this in there as well to help tenderize the meat, and thoroughly mixed it. And of course, I added some sea salt to also help with softening or tenderizing the meat and cleaning the meat as well. And then I took some pieces of the limes and physically kind of cleaned the meat because it is how I was taught. And it also helps to make sure that all of the acidic juices are going in between the meats as well. Now you can do this with gloves, but I did not. And this is how it looks after I finish cleaning, and then I season the meat with all the seasonings that I have. I have another video detailing this portion, so if you want to see it, I'll go ahead and tag it below. Now, once that was done for all the pieces of meat, I separated them into different Ziploc bags. Now I start seasoning it for my Asian inspired dish. So you'll see that I have some sambal. I put about 2 tablespoons of that, about a tablespoon of sesame seed oil, I also added some hoisin sauce, about 2 tablespoons of that. You can add more, of course. And of course, some soy sauce. I added about 1.5 tablespoons. Soy sauce is very salty, so I did not want to put too much, especially since I already seasoned the meat and did not want it to be salty. And then I add about 1.5 teaspoons of oil just to get that marinade flowing easily when I mix it later. And then I had some 5 spice on hand. I love this spice. I feel like it just has everything you need, depending on what you're making. So I added that in as well. Then I closed my Ziploc bag and started just massaging all of the ingredients in there. Now I do want to say that this is what's also in the Ziploc bag. So you definitely want to hand roll the bag to make sure that all the seasoning is well mixed. You can put some sugar in here as well, but that's why I added some hoisin. Then I left it on the counter for about 15 to 20 minutes before putting it in the freezer for whenever I was ready. These are the list of ingredients that I ended up using for my Asian style flank steak, and that was part of the meal prep I made. I absolutely love connecting, so here are some questions for you to ask in your next gathering. Thanks for watching.